Prepping your RV for storage, it is a pretty big task and there's a lot to do to get it ready. First, you'll want to start off, have the slides in, go ahead and wash your RV, wash it really good. After it's washed, you want to inspect your sealant all around the coach. Make sure the sealant isn't cracking, splitting, or anything like that. If you do see it, go ahead and get that corrected. Also, you want to go on the roof and do the same thing on your roof. If you're going to be storing your RV outside in the elements and the sunlight, first thing you want to do is set your tire pressures, whether it's inside or outside, to the max PSI. So that's the max tire pressure that's labeled on the sidewall of your tire. So put it to the max pressure. Also, if it is going to be outside, it's a good idea to buy tire covers for it, which will help the sun from beating on it and dry rotting your tire, just to keep you safe. Also, your batteries. If you have a motorized RV, make sure your batteries are fully charged before you do put the RV in storage. That's one of the most important things. It's recommended by the manufacturers that if it's going to be stored in a cold climate, if you can take the batteries out and store them in a dry place, that's much better. But if you can't, fully charged batteries are best. You also have, on this particular RV, you have an outside battery disconnect switch. Some will be on the inside. Go ahead and turn off your batteries. So this way there's nothing drawing the batteries down while it's in storage. If you are outside and you have solar panels, that'll help maintain your batteries also. Then you want to move on to checking your storage compartments. You want to check under your RV. You want to look for anything that's opened up so any kind of pest can get inside, because pests will try to get in your RV during storage time, so you want to prevent that. So look in your underbelly here, your storage. If you can, look underneath. If you see anything that has a hole in it, go ahead and seal it up. If it's a huge hole, they have the expandable foam, spray that in there. Try to get anything that is going to be a possibility to get a pest inside to keep them out. Also, you will want to drain your tanks. Your black tank and your gray tank, go ahead and drain them. Your freshwater tank, when you do get your RV out of storage, you'll definitely want to sanitize that tank. When storing your RV, the manufacturer would like to see it plugged in. If you have the capability of plugging in your RV while it's in storage, that would be great, because then you can leave your batteries on, they'll stay charged, everything will be good there. Here we are in a diesel, so this has the engine in the rear, obviously. If you're going to be storing it and it's going to be in a cold climate, make sure it's winterized, so make sure the antifreeze is properly protected. If it needs to be serviced, go ahead and service your engine, get it done with before you put your coach into storage. If not, make sure all the fluid levels are topped off. Also, again, on this particular RV, we have the benefit of having the chassis disconnect switch. So this is going to be the disconnect that's going to control the batteries that start your engine up. Not all RVs will have a chassis disconnect switch, but if it does, go ahead and turn it off, and again, make sure the batteries are charged or take them out if you can. Another thing you want to protect is your furnaces, your fridge. These have holes in them. Same thing with ventilation for your fridge. This is where the pests come into. So there are screens you can buy to put over this to prevent that from happening on both the furnaces and also on your fridge vents. So I recommend getting into that if you are going to be storing your RV. Your propane, make sure it's turned off. You don't need it on, there's no reason for it to be on, so go ahead and take care of that. Also, on the inside, you want to clean out your fridge. Make sure your fridge is emptied out totally, turn it off, and then prop the doors open so they can ventilate out so it doesn't get musty and smelly inside. Last but not least is your generator. Your generator is really important. We forget about it because we don't always use it, and when your RV's in storage, you tend to forget about it. But the manufacturers do recommend that if your RV's in storage, at least every 30 days, you come out, start up your generator, put it under a load, which means turn on the air conditioning, let it run for about 2 hours. Now, people thinking that they can come out a week, run it for 15 minutes, turn it off, the manufacturer recommends it being on for 2 hours, a complete cycle. That's a general, brief setup for storage. Again, consult with your manufacturer if you have any other questions.